In a vast and ancient jungle where silence often hid danger, intelligent animal kingdoms had lived under fragile peace for years. These animals were not ordinary creatures. They walked upright, planned wars, spoke with reason, and built armies. Among them, the lions ruled the central lands, disciplined and proud, believing in honor and balance. Far beyond the dense trees and dark valleys, the elephants had grown powerful and ruthless, replacing tradition with raw force and modern weapons. What began as quiet tension slowly evolved into an unavoidable conflict. As night fell, the lions gathered in secrecy inside a rocky cave lit by flickering torches. Their leaders stood around a stone table marked with battle roots carved deep into its surface. No one spoke loudly. Every breath carried the weight of what was coming. Armor was prepared, bows tightened, arrows sharpened, and blades cleaned in silence. Each lion knew that by sunrise, the jungle would no longer be the same. At the same time, in a fortified camp reinforced with stone and iron, the elephants prepared with brutal confidence. Heavy guns rested on platforms, bombs were stacked like tools, and the ground trembled with every step of their armored forces. Their commander stared at the horizon, cold and certain, determined not only to win, but to dominate everything that stood in his path. Dawn broke with thunder. The first gunshots shattered the morning air, echoing across the jungle. Arrows cut through the mist as lion warriors charged forward, their roars mixing with explosions that ripped the earth apart. Smoke swallowed the battlefield as bullets struck shields, sparks flying in every direction. Bombs detonated between advancing lines, throwing bodies into the air as fire and debris consumed everything nearby. The jungle became chaos. Trees burning, ground soaked with blood, and the sky darkened by smoke. Close combat followed with terrifying intensity. Lions and elephants collided face to face, blades clashing against tusks, claws meeting steel. Every strike was desperate, every movement driven by survival. Wounded soldiers crawled through mud under heavy fire, while others stepped over fallen comrades without hesitation. Rain began to fall, washing blood across armor and soil, but it did nothing to slow the violence. Lightning flashed above, briefly illuminating the horror below. Faces twisted with rage, fear, and determination. In the heart of the battle, the Lion King faced the Elephant Champion. Their duel was brutal and unforgiving. Steel rang against reinforced tusks, each blow shaking the ground. The Lion King was wounded, blood spilling from cracked armor, and for a moment, his army faltered. Silence threatened to replace courage. But from within the ranks, a young lion stepped forward, eyes burning with resolve, and charged. His bravery reignited the spirit of the lions. With renewed force, they surged forward once more, pushing the elephants back inch by inch. The tide of war turned. Elephant forces began to retreat as their lines broke. Explosions faded, gunfire slowed, and finally, the enemy commander fell. Weapons dropped to the ground. The battlefield grew quiet except for the crackle of fire and the heavy breathing of survivors. Bodies lay scattered across the land, a painful reminder of the cost of victory. As the smoke lifted, the sun rose over the ruined jungle. Survivors helped the wounded stand. The Lion King, scarred but alive, was lifted by his warriors. No cheers followed, only silence and understanding. They had won, but at great cost. Fallen enemies were honored, weapons laid to rest, and fires were lit to remember those who would never return. In the days that followed, the jungle slowly began to heal. Leaves grew where blood had soaked the soil. Birds returned to the sky. The lions stood together, united not by triumph, but by sacrifice. As night fell once more, stars filled the sky above a land finally at peace. The war was over, but its lessons would never be forgotten.